Hello, friends. How are you? My name is Mike. This channel's Health and Wealth. Thank you for joining me. Today is episode number 11 of season 1 of Ulty. Let me know in the comments if you made every episode so far. If not, at the very end of the video, I'll link the entire playlist. You can start at the beginning, see where I've come from and where I'm at right now in the journey of buying ULTY. You ain't got an alibi. You're Alti. And so I'm buying Alti every single week here over the past, I guess, 11 weeks so far. And just so you guys know, there's a couple bonus episodes in there of the what if. What if you had $50,000 and where would you be? That kind of thing. So it's been an up and down road over the last 11 weeks. It's been, especially like the last 4 weeks, have been really rough in terms of share price. The price has come down quite a bit. We're going to examine that in this video. We're also taking a look at how many shares I've purchased. I want to hear from you if you're buying or selling. I just looked at the numbers from this week compared to last week, and it appears people are buying it a little bit more over the last 7-day period here. But we'll examine that together. I also want to look at some of the positions that Alti has and talk about something that I employed last week for the very first time in my entire life, and that is margin. And how is that going so far? I have a couple thoughts on it just from the terms of its costs, like margin's costs. I want to talk about that in this video too. First things first, I have the chart open here from YieldMax itself. These are all of the positions as of 3:23 p.m. on Thursday afternoon that YieldMax has, and so there's 24 of them actually. So 24 different companies here. Sorry, that's not the amount of positions they have. They have a number of positions per company, but some very notable ones in here. Robinhood as an example, Palantir in here, Rocket Lab in here. These have been in for a long time. Tesla. Micro Strategy, also known as Strategy. I don't know if I'll ever stop calling it Micro though. Strategy in here. Maybe if they get into the S&P 500, I might start going by their real name. All of these companies have been in here, in and out, since Alti has become a thing, right? These are kind of the staples in there. I know Mr. left for a little bit, but it's back. It's been back for a few weeks now. Hims is in there, and basically, if you don't know much about Alti, what YieldMax crew is trying to do is pick some of the most volatile, or not some of, the most volatile names out there that generate larger income through premiums on a call structure, a put structure, things like that. So these companies are super volatile. They're not necessarily like extremely good companies or very profitable companies. They're just very volatile. This week, there was a new name that's been all over the internet. I'm on Twitter, and this one guy just posts about this company constantly. He's trying to pump and push it, and that company name is Open, or Open Door right here. The stock symbol is Open. This is one of the examples of why Alti can be good. They have the power to be able to pick stocks, whatever stocks are popping off and being extra volatile, and they can put it in Alti, just like they did with Open right here. So that's good to see. Open Door, all about not using a real estate agent. This is bad timing for me, but not using a real estate agent and using an app, I guess. And so that's Open Door. It's got a lot of craze right now. Not stock advice, just so you know, I'm just reporting what you're looking at here yourself. So this chart right here, you can find it on YieldMax's website. If you go to YieldMaxETFs.com, scroll all the way down. Don't look at these holdings. They say these are their top holdings. That might not be true. Go all the way down to download all holdings right there, and that entire Excel sheet comes up for you. You can kind of examine line by line on there if you want to know more about it. So let's talk about this right here. This is my Google Sheets that I've created. Somebody asked if I had a copy of this. I don't. It's hand created by me, and it was super simple to do. It's not intuitive at all. I don't have any formulas in here or anything. It's all done by hand, like a total amateur. He's a total amateur, but it works for me. Okay. So let's go through my Alti position here. My total investment is 37.93. Now that's going to be going up because I have Ulti on drip, and so yesterday was announced that Ulti is going to be paying out 9 cents per share. This is, let's go down here, the fourth week in a row of 9 cents, right? So over the last 4 weeks, paying out 36 cents on a $6 and let's call it 50 cent stock or ETF. That's not too shabby at all. I currently have 767 shares. Now this includes, over to the right, you can't see it, but we'll look at it in a bit. This includes that 100 shares that I bought with margin. And that went up a slight amount. About 11 shares was purchased via the drip, which is cool. Plus, I was able to buy a couple more with just excess cash hanging around this week. So that's good. Current share price is going up and down a little bit today, but $5.64. This is exciting. I want to talk about that in just a bit. And if I let my shares drip, which I am letting them auto drip right now, it should buy me about 9 shares a week. So this week's distribution was 9 cents. Multiply that by 767, or actually 667 shares. Take the 15% tax off. That should buy me about 9 shares of Alti on drip, right? Which is cool. Current market value, I just looked it up 2 seconds ago, is $3,593. I don't know. I want to take it to 1,400 shares, right? So you can see here percentage to shares right here. And so I've got that going down the right hand side of it here. So July, that's when I started my position over here in Alti. It was 11% in August. I got it all the way up to 40, and we're midway through September. I'm all the way up to 54% of my target, which is 1,400 shares. Let's take a pause for a second. I was gonna say, could you guys hit the subscribe for me? But I said I better not in my brain. But here I am. I'm saying, if you guys can hit the subscribe for me, I'm trying to get to 10,000. I've hit kind of a plateau over the last couple of weeks here. I need your help. I need you specifically to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, all of those good things. So yeah, my target's 1,400 shares. Here's the reason why I'm trying to buy or build 5 funds that are going to pay me $500 a month. Actually, it's 6 funds that are going to pay me $500 a month, which is $3,000 a month after taxes. What I'm looking to get. If I can get there, I'm going to be feeling pretty good about myself. $3,000 a month is a good number for me. So I don't know if you guys know a lot about me. If you've been watching me, I've been telling you. So I've got the real job. I got the job. I do YouTube, right? That's 2 things. YouTube, I do, make 4 to 6 videos a week on YouTube. And then now I'm a real estate agent as well. So I've got a lot of things going on. So what I'm trying to do with this income that you're looking at here is replace the original job, get rid of that thing, do this as income and real estate and YouTube. That's what I'm hoping for. So that's why I want to get to $3,000 a month. That won't necessarily replace the income, but it will help subsidize it a little bit, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm going for. 1,400 shares of this. Once I hit 1,400, I'm going to start migrating all of the distributions into something else to build that fund up as well. Let's talk about Ulti. Since it's come out, it has paid $14.17. And since it went weekly, which is around March 12th here, it's paid out $2.68. I've recorded every single weekly payment down below. If you add up all of these right here, it's going to equal $2.68. Now, just so you know, most of the Ulti distributions, I had a few people comment before, 9 cents, that's nothing. But that's every single week. Here's the list right here of all the payments. And so, I mean, if you take that and divide it by the $6.50, it's a good percentage. Multiply that by 52, divide by 12, carry the 7. Gives you a pretty darn good percentage, and it's right around 65%. I know that YieldMax up here is touting 85%, but that's not necessarily accurate. Yeah, it's not necessarily accurate. It's around 65% income coming into you. Okay, but that can change. It does change every single day, essentially, in there. Let's talk some more stuff about Ulti over here. So AUM, assets under management. I started recording it on July 31st. You can see it went up, 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 all the way up to $3.18 billion of our money in this fund. Right around August 21st, the market, I guess, started to tumble a little bit, and so did the amount of money in this fund here, all the way down to $3.07 billion. That was last week, 1 week ago from today, actually. But oh my goodness, look at this past couple of days, last 7 days here, and it has popped back up to 3.32 billion. Why? Well, too late. Powell went ahead and reduced the interest rate by 0.25. And he did talk about a weakening job market. So maybe I know today the stock market went up quite a bit. Maybe that had something to do with it. You can also see the outstanding shares here has come up almost 40,000 here, but 38,000 higher than the week before. And so that's good too. It means there's more confidence in this play, potentially. Am I confident in this play? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's talk about my margin up here. My margin. So first time I ever did it, and I have a couple of thoughts on this that I want to go over with you guys, and I'm looking for your advice on this one, okay? So I took out $552 in margin. I have something called a tax-free savings account here in Canada. It allows you to take a margin if you have money in your tax-free savings account. Kind of cool. But up here, the interest rate on U.S. equities is, I think it's like 17%. Yikes. And so that's 100 shares, right? 100 shares. Last week, I bought it at $5.52 a share. You can see that right there. Current price has actually gone up here to $5.64 as of a couple of minutes ago. So I've got a good climb in share price on those 100 shares. It's like $11, something like that. There's the margin, current market value. It's now $564, right around that, because it's 100 shares. You can do that math really easily. So I'm up like $11-ish, $12, and there's my margin loan that I really want to be shown to you, because I think this is good education here. So I actually am just kind of taking a tactic from SpineTix, who comments on the video, is a very, very good YouTuber out there. And his tactic is that, he knows he's going to get a certain amount from distributions every single month. I know that I'm going to get 1,000 to 1,900 every month. It's been that way since a year ago. Okay, so that's good. So far, so good. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to be responsible with the amount of money that I'm borrowing to buy shares. So I went with 552, which would give me an even number of 100 shares. And then what the plan is, every time I get paid a distribution, take a portion of that and pay off the 552 till it gets to zero. That's the rinse. And then I want to repeat every single month. That's what I'm looking to do to build this fund up here. It's safe. It is, if the world goes bonkers, which it's kind of doing, I'm good, right? $500, no big deal. I can pay that off in 2 seconds. And it's not irresponsible of me because it's within my budget. Does that make sense? It's within my budget, which means that I can afford to do this. If I went 1,000, 15, 2, that's over top of my budget, my monthly budget. It's over top of the distributions that I make from these funds, and it would be irresponsible for me. That's why I don't feel comfortable doing that. You might, but not for me. So last week I got a payment from NVIDIA, and I took the $150 straight in here, and I paid off a portion of my margin here. I almost called it a mortgage. My margin, and you can see it. There's $150 off the margin. This week I'm getting paid from Coney. I'm getting paid from Hui, and I'm going to take both of those. Both of those actually equal almost $150. Maybe it's like $5-10 more. Taking the full 150, which I get paid on Monday. Just hit the microphone again. Which I get paid on Monday personally, and so I'm going to bring that down to $150 less. And then how are we going to do with Misty's payment 2 weeks from now, or a week from now? Sorry, will that pay off the remainder of this margin? I have 407 shares. We're expecting it to be just under $1. Will it pay off the margin? Let's find out on my Misty video next week. But once it's paid off, I'm doing it again, and this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I want you to help me with this one, okay? Because margin at Questrade is about 17% annual tax, okay? Because it's a U.S. fund. I have a home equity line of credit. My interest rate went down yesterday in Canada by 0.25% as well. It's not a massive amount. But if I took the 500 from that, that's about 6%, right around 6% in interest. I could do the exact same strategy. The only thing I need is willpower to make sure I actually take the money out of my account to pay off that line of credit. Which one would you guys do if you had to choose? Would you do the margin, which is 17%, or would you do the line of credit, which is around 6 to 7%? And then could you develop that willpower? Because I'm contemplating both. The margin is definitely easier, but the line of credit's cheaper. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm looking at. Let's take a look at Ulti ETF right now. Just hanging out, had a really good day. So did almost the entire stock market today. You can see here, yesterday was the fall because of the X distribution date, went all the way down here. Oh, it's not giving me a price. That's too bad. But anyways, it went from, oh, there it is, 560 and then up to 564 today. So definitely had a great day today. And let's go over the last 5 days here. So it's up 11 cents in the last 5 days. And that includes yesterday's or this morning's huge drop of 9 cents. So if we go all the way from last week to yesterday, went up 16 cents in share price. That's incredible. That's what we want from Alti. We want a little bit of share increase every single week, plus our payments. And if you didn't notice here, over the last 3 months here, it's gone down, and people, down 12% in share price. People aren't too happy about that, including myself. Not a big fan of that at all. But a lot of that came in August here, with 7% of that 11, right? So I don't know. Let's see. How's the market going to do for us over the next couple of weeks? Is it going to keep improving? Is the interest rates going to be enough to continue with forward momentum in the stock market, or are those jobless claims going to start picking up and the market's going to start to tumble into that recession word that everybody talks about? I don't know. I can't predict the future, but I can predict what I'm going to keep doing, which is buying. Because personally for me, I can't time the market. I'm not smart enough, but I can have time in the market. If you enjoyed this Ulti video, Season 1, Episode 11. By the way, we only have one more episode to go in Season 1. That's going to come out a week from today. If you enjoyed it, I hope you hit the like button, the subscribe button. If you want to become a member, I'd love to have you as part of the team over here supporting my channel even more. My name is Mike. This channel is Health and Wealth. Have yourself a wonderful